snowflakes dancing, whirling slow. Candy cane stripes on the mistletoe. Church bells ringing, joy in the air. Road dogs rolling, love everywhere. Stocking stuffed, the trees lit bright. Feeling at peace on a holy night. Merry Christmas, road dogs, feel the cheer. Ooh, season of our Savior. Love is here, love is here, love is here. Blessings rain, no need to hide, no need to hide. Merry Christmas, road dogs, let's ride. Yeah. Gravy on biscuits, cocoa steam, chestnuts popping, living the dream. Gospel choirs on the stereo loud. Holy vibes lifting over the crowd. Lights in the window, hearts aglow. Grateful for grace, let the spirit flow. Merry Christmas, road dogs, feel the cheer, feel the cheer. Season of our Savior, love is here, love is here, love is here. Blessings raining, no need to hide, no need to hide. Merry Christmas, road dog, let's ride.
It's that season, the vibe feels so right. All cons rising, Christmas shining bright. Sipping on cocoa, we cozy and warm. Jesus' grace keep us safe from the storm. Crypto on the rise, blessings fill the sky. Grace on the side, we can't deny. We counting blessings, feeling so blessed. All cold season, we're truly impressed. This Christmas we celebrating life, grace in our hearts, no fear, no strife. Trap beats and soul, we vibe to the sound. All kinds of love, let's spread it around. From the blockchain to the major light. Grace in our hearts, we shine so bright. Jesus be the reason we rise and glow. Altcoin season, watch us as we go. Crypto on the rise, blessings fill the sky. Grace on the side, we can't deny. We counting blessings, feeling so blessed. Altcoin season, we're truly impressed. This Christmas we celebrating life. Grace in our hearts, no fear, no strife. Trap beats and soul, we vibe to the sound. All kinds of love, let's spread it around. Warmth in the air, cozy and true. Jesus' love coming through. All coins rise, but it's love that we chase. Feel the spirit, we're in the right place. All going Christmas, feel the vibe. Grace and love, we come alive. Trap soul and hip hop in the air. This Christmas season, we're aware.
Velvet drapes hide the moon's like grin. Martini sweat, the night pours in. Diamonds wink, the room spins gold. Whispers trace secrets nobody told. Champagne rivers, rivers run deep. Promises stacked, but none we keep. Crypto cabaret, dance of the blind. Fortunes flicker, tethered to time. Champagne's pop, the clock won't rewind. Crypto cabaret, riches unwind. Neon ghosts haunt the mirrored walls. Digital riches, high risk calls. Velvet gloves, handshake deal. Dark allure, the truth conceals. Bitcoins rain where confetti falls. Euphoria rises, the empire sprawls. Velvet and green some divide. Cabaret, dance of the blind. Fortunes flicker tethered to time. Champagne's pop, the clock won't rewind. Crypto cabaret, riches unwind.
Snow falls like a secret told. The fireplace crackles, but my wallets go hallelujah. The ledge is clean, Bitcoin rising like a Christmas dream. Wrapped in faith, wrapped in light, double blessings on this holy night. Jesus saves, Bitcoin pays, hallelujah to the crypto craze. From the manger to the blockchain flow, Christmas spirit, let it glow. Gifts are digital, no need for bows. Wallet sparkling. That's how it
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this evening's oddities. If this is your first time, don't be alarmed. We go through a little ceremony just to clear the air, to clear our minds. To do this, you are free to participate. Grab your ding-a-ling or the ding-a-ling closest to you. Do ask permission first, or else it might be taking a little bit of gosk. With ding-a-ling in hand, proceed to flick the wrist until a smile approaches onto your face or whoever owns the ding-a-ling. The ringing of the cowbell. A little cowbell, a whole lot of Jesus. We are about to prepare for liftoff. Please fasten your seatbelts. Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times and try not to look at the blinding lights. Thank you for your participation. Did he just say participation? What do you say? Thank you for playing.
Champagne flows in crystal streams. We're living high, don't look too close. The promise whispers sweet as ghosts. In the shadows we make our deals, dancing on the edge of what's real. Oh, champagne and crypto dreams, velvet skies and diamond streams. Roll the dice at the future.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dawg. Boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, everybody is here. Thank you so much for hanging out. All 8 people. Postmodern Auntie says, don't get wrecked. Uh-oh. Do we have a sound issue? Something just... I think that's on my end here. How's it going, everybody? Glad to see you here out tonight. We didn't sleep through tonight's stream, but gosh darn it, it almost happened. Pardon me while I go through some audio issues here. Thank you. Hey! So, Bitcoin here on the 15-minute time frame. Looked like it was trying to go somewhere, but that's the beauty of the moving average strategies that we got here. The fight, you know, you got some kind of makeshift trend line going on. It could be drawn, you know, there's a couple of angles you can go with, but this is where we had the most touches here, bodies to wicks to whatever. What rhymes with wicks? Oh, don't go there. And we did get a couple of candles closing above it. That was kind of cool from that perspective. The moving average strategy I was talking about, 100 crossing negatively over the 200 moving average. That's a white line crossing the yellow line. No bueno. Now they're all under the 200 moving averages. So what you have is a ribbon flip here with these particular moving averages here. However, you got some interesting things going on down here with these bigger moving averages that are hanging around $90,000 area. And you got a bullish cross there. That's kind of cool. That might make this one come down a little bit. I hope we don't have to come down and talk to these guys, but we might. Well, I mean, at some point, I'm sure that we will, but I mean, on short term. But, yeah, we got that. I don't think this is the same chart we were looking at quite earlier. We got some different fib levels going on here. Let's see what we can extrapolate from this market. So, back from our drop in November, we've been on this trajectory. It's been a slightly expanding channel or wedge or cylinder, if you will. And we lost that sucker. Wow! No crap. Remember those days? Climbed back and got it. We're just kind of hanging all sideways because Bitcoin's been sideways mostly for all damn year, seems like. We're all the way back to where we were when the year started, so hey, happy round trips. But we also bumped our head on the top of this this trend line here and got rejected, and that's kind of where we're finding ourselves now. A little thing of some lower lows going on. Put in a lower low there. Made a higher high. Put in our first little technical local lower low. So I'm going to kind of simplify this a little bit. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines here. And I think actually I just need me. These are all confusing me. I'm going to take these guys off. They might show back up again, but right now this is not the chart I was looking at earlier, but we'll use this one anyway. I want to get rid of all these little guys here. Those might end up staying. So swing low to swing high, tell me where I need to buy. And this red line, which corresponds with the bigger red line, since I didn't erase that one, the bigger 236 idea. That's interesting. I might have to zoom out to check that out. We're getting some strong support here so far, right? About 91,000. There's an area down here that we could look at around 89. For another 382 pullback from the bigger one there. But I think we're mostly looking at a little bit of the local move here. So if we take this bottom here, for this idea, I was looking for the 382 on this particular leg here. Pull back to that. We got some confluence here with that bigger 382 and the 0.5 on this particular pull here, and we've also got from the video that I put out today and what I put out this morning in the group and everything. This target right here, right around 90,000, is the local one that I'm looking for here. I guess I gotta make you bigger or something, right? Let's make you big and fat. And this is the trend line that we were on, and this is the point where we lost it and got a retest of that breakout area right here. And so we should be heading down. I know it looks like we're making an inverted head and shoulders to the upside. It probably does, Timmy. But again, since we're on these smaller time frames here, you've also got this trend line here that we just talked about, which was a fake out. That was called a fake out. Called a fake out, Timmy. And it's cool that we're spotting some support here on the 50 moving average, but this crossover here suggests that it probably won't last too long. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we go to the moon. But it's just suggesting that, hey, maybe since we came back into this trend line area here, that maybe there's just some other plans going on right now that involve a little bit of dumpage to retest some of these other areas. So curious to see what we do back here. This was a nice little possible bottom formation here for like a V-shaped recovery or whatever. And I can understand why people would be trying to look for anticipate kind of inverted head and shoulders. You know, you got that kind of slanted version, but the slanted version is not really the best version, because the slanted versions usually lean out to something else, which I think that we could be in. Remember this guy right here? This is the falling oh crap, where are you at? You're over here somewhere. You're one of these guys over here. The one behind Jenny's boobs over here. Jenny, the one that says 72% chance that it breaks to the upside. Yeah, we could, but what normally happens with these guys is that, you know, a lot of times we'll have a partial decline, so it'll be some kind of level out area that will come back down to, like it could be coming back down here, maybe not all the way back to 91. Hopefully a higher low, that would be great. Or a double bottom. We might be looking at a double bottom scenario that could happen out of this, but if we, you know, coming back into the pattern suggests that we'll be coming down. The partial decline suggests that, well, it won't come all the way back down to the trend line down here, because, well, that would suck. You'd say, Road Dawg, you're fuck, because that would suck if it fell all the way to 89 and then bounced, right? It could, but the partial decline that we're looking for is the first sign for this particular pattern that it's getting ready to really break out for real. It doesn't always do it, but it is a good rule of thumb to look for. You find it happens more often than not. That's what we get out of this. Recently, we had the 50 moving average cross bearishly over the 200, and that's called the death cross. And sure enough, after that happens, what happens? We go back up and touch that 50. Kind of weird how that happens, right? Hey, somebody got those triangles on the... There you go. Thank you. So even though, I mean, this looks supportive, and I hope it does hold, it's just kind of tricky. We don't have... I mean, if that's our trend line, clearly we lost it. So we can hope that maybe she bounces back out of here. Okay, there's nothing wrong with hoping for that. And if we get it, maybe, you know, see what it's going to do for us. But chances are more than likely that we getting ready to come back down a little bit. So does that look like a Friday morning dump or something? That should happen over the next few hours here, and maybe then Friday morning, that's when we get our little bounce there, and they take us into the weekend and try to entice retail to come back into Bitcoin over the weekend, or maybe go sideways in the altcoins. The altcoins look like it's going to be a fantastic weekend. Therefore, hey, 13 people hanging out with me, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Out of been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Sometimes that spook gets me every time, almost. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to do it, but we do have to pay the bill somehow. There's a 100% crowdsourced show, except for we do have one sponsor, which is a generic.
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Hey, it's the end so quick. All right, well, there's our sponsor for tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hanging out. 14 people. How's it going, everybody? Let me come over and say hello to everybody. I believe, and if I'm not mistaken, Striga was here first tonight. How's it going, Striga? My RG. And, got the clap out. They don't want to come out and do it when the button's pushed. They want to wait a minute. How's it going, Strago? Got a double serving of turkey today. I know. It does happen every once in a while. Late night is back. Well, at least tonight, right? We woke up tonight. I've been getting sleepy right before showtime. I don't know why. We got Gator Squatch in the house. Gator's got a gym pick for us to go over. We'll see if we can get to that here in a little bit. We got some... what we would do after we say hello to everybody is we got through taking a quick look at Bitcoin there. Take a look at our altcoin, our indices, measure the temperature for the altcoins and everything else in the market. That helps us navigate and be a little bit more accurate in our predictions here for things. And then we'll get into a few of the altcoins that are moving, and we'll move into some gym picks there. As always, you all can request, and I will throw my little marker in the chat there. Bounce on Block the Heart, says Skater Squatch. We got Floki's Angels in the chat. How's it going, Floki's Angels? Good to see ya. And she says, I love your show, dog. And I love that comment. Thank you so much. Oh, this must be on the on the intro stream. Just noticed there's a turtle. We got Scar Jasko. How's it going? Chris Klein sharing on X. Thank you, because I always forget to do that. I'm not much of a social media peddler, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm missing in my social media career. Postmodern Odysseys, don't get wrecked. Trader Zach says, if it's not too much to ask, if it seems like a silly question, I apologize. Can you please explain how to use the fib, or just how you use it for trading, as if you were going to take a trade? That would take, well, I mean, you'll hear me go over, I'll be more detailed when I go over it. I do have videos that go over that, especially in the membership stream. And if you got it turned on here, a lot of times somebody will donate some memberships, and that would give you free access to that. But that would be the best place. And pretty soon I'll be doing another video or something tailored a little bit deeper on the fibs, some of the stuff that you see me doing more recently, as I'm trying to roll out maybe a little harmonics little session there, probably more toward the group and then to the little private memberships here on YouTube. But I do have videos that go over the whole mindset and everything. And if you pay attention when I do talk about them, you'll hear the same things come up. I repeat little things to help them stick in your head too. So just hang out and listen. But yeah, no, it's not a silly question. It's a great question. It would just take the whole show for me to explain it though. Hey, see, says it's a great question. Actually, I put a feeler out. Where are you? I put a question out a little while back. Should I do a members only video detailing how to use Fibonacci pattern setups, which would be a little bit more advanced than what I've had over there? And we had 80% said responded, 25 people said yes, and 20% said nah, we good. Oh crap, I got lost. Here we are, we're back on the chart. I got lost from the charts there. Wait a minute, we got two chat things up. You're the old one, okay, get rid of you. RM Fato says, hey Road Dawg, I bought your coin on pump.fun. Hey, thank you so much. That gives you access over to the Telegram group. If you got 10 million of them, and depending on how the price goes on it, if it goes up to, yeah, I'm going to keep the entry reasonable. So at some point we might require less coins, and that gives you, you can go take profits on it or something. But holding 10 million road coin will give you access over to the this area, which has the trade setup rooms and all the different little topics over here, especially the Bandy Wall, where you can post your gains over here and all this stuff, and do some silly stuff over here too. There are a lot of topics over here. I've heard some people complain that I got too many over here, but one of the most important ones is Chart School. Oh, I'm sorry, to it? I thought I changed that to Classroom. Oh crap, did I mess this up? There's a Classroom, which is the study area over here, the learning area over there, where if you got questions and everything, that's where a lot of that stuff, that way I can find it easier in the Classroom. But we got trade setups, media resources, all kinds of stuff over here. And of course our little, oh snap! What's that? That's in our little special cooter area right over there. But I'll be adding and probably pruning this group or the design over here a little bit, and maybe getting rid of some. We'll take a vote and get rid of some of the rooms that we don't need, or maybe add some new sections over there. Make it a learning place and a good community to share your ideas and everything and get involved. But you have access to that over there, and there's lots of trading resources over there, lots of books, lots of videos. There's courses over there, lots of stuff. If you dig around, you'll find it. I've been building that thing for about 4 years now. So thank you for participating and being part of the community. I thought I would do a trading group a little different instead of one where it just keeps sucking money out of its users so that they can be part of the group. And how that usually works, you get the users to do the work for you while you reap the paycheck. Well, I'm trying to entice the users here to kind of, it's our community, right? The more we put into it, the more we get out of it. The more people to come there, the more the Road coin gets value. And it could be a profitable venture for everybody and not just one person that gets a Lambo and nobody else gets one. I'm just saying. Obviously says, I reckon. I always wanted to say that. I think I missed the comment, but hey, okay. So Ardesco says, just trying to learn anything of my knowledge, learn something the right way. Yeah, if you learn something, learning it the right way is the best way. There's a lot of stuff out there that's not very accurate. I'm just saying, a lot of people piece things together and whatnot. And I mean, we all do piece things together, but there's a lot of stuff out there for engagement and hype. I hear a lot of BS a lot of times every day. Whatever sounds good makes me look good. Nightbot Disney has a crush on Chris Klein. It says that a lot. Hype Train 83 riders. Well, 27's not bad here. Thank you for being here, 27 people. I do appreciate you.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Haven says, early this morning or afternoon, I thought that 91.6 would hold, but it didn't. It would hold, but it didn't? Wait. We got right around there, didn't we? Oh, 91.6. Oh, was that the, where did it go? Oh, I had a 91. It was right at 91.7 was our first little target area. That was the 382. The red line is the 236 Fibonacci when we pull our fibs. It's great to get a reaction from there, but the main reactions we always look for is the 382s. That's the ones that really count. And I got that one at 90,002. And we went down to 99. Oh, and we still got it right here. Oh, I got it right here. Oh my gosh, we got everything spelled out right here. Thurfed. And this is, we might be headed back down there. Let me come back to the chat here. Gator Squad says, who's got the pick? I got the picks. Jesse on base is my gem pick. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm about to turn into Gator Squatch. If you're going, okay, I think we just tackled that, right? Or we just talked about that. Gator says, I got 2 gems picks for tonight's show. We will get to those. Maybe I'll have 2 cups of good-ass coffee. Keep the trend going. Postmaster's Odyssey says, in hindsight, I now see the double top, which seems to let us down today. Hey, we got Jim. Lunar Entity says, I'd like to request CSCO. Is that Costco? CSCO stock. Take a look at that. Strega says, Fanny Pack Raid. And we got Joe from Trade Intuition right here. How's it going, Joe? Joe is a fellow YouTuber. If you're not following him, well, why not? He streams. I think he streamed tonight at 9 o'clock while I was still snoozing. The only reason why I wasn't over there. I'm usually lurking in Joe's streams. He doesn't know it half the time. I'm usually there. If not, I'll go back and view them if I miss them. Joe was a mentor in the very first trading group I ever joined. And he's an excellent teacher. Oops, I lost the chat again. Where'd we go? R.S. Miller loves dingoes. We got MG Motorsports. How's it going? Just because you missed saying good day to me. Oh, hey, how's it going, MG? I didn't see you there. I may have skipped over some people. Got Dave P. How's it going, Dave? Good to see you guys. 27 people hanging out. Got some popcorn going. Awesome. If I missed you, I apologize. Put my marker back up into the chat if you have any coin requests there. Or request stock, whatever. Where did it go? There we go. Put that in there. All right, so we'll start getting on with everything before it gets too late. We're already been in 30 minutes and got to get going. Timers are set. So Bitcoin looking for it to possibly work. It's a little way down. We just lost the 50 moving average here on the 15. I don't normally watch the 15. I usually watch about the 6, and we're talking to the Miss Lucy right here. Chances are, you know. All right, so Fibonacci. What I like to do is take my swing low to swing high. That's from here to our latest little high here. This works every time I pull the Fibonacci's, baby. Every time I pull the Fibonacci's. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. And we just discussed, if we're on a strong move, we want to see this guy catch. If we're trying to actually make our way up here to around 93 to, almost 94,000 again, we need to catch here, and we could. That would be the great sign. However, most likely, if that does not hold, we are looking for this little area here at the 786 Fibonacci area, and this little window area to the 886 Fibonacci, and that's where we're getting this target down here at 91,000 and also at 91.3 in those areas. So at this point in the game, especially after we came down and made a bottom here, and it was at a bigger fib level. Let me do this real quick, since we got some of you guys that are kind of, I use a lot of fib levels, okay? I put them all on one thing, so it simplifies things for me, but I'll put this up here where you can take a snapshot of it, of which ones that I use. And notice that some of them have a negative, 0, and then a decimal, and why does this look different? Why do the colors look weird? But anyway, those are the ones that I use on my standard everyday fib. And I got some that go on this side, and I got some that go on this side. I got some that go in the attic and some that go in the basement. And it may look like a lot to keep up with, but it's my little cheat code for this market. All right, so swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Well, we need to buy here if we get a nice bounce. So we'll see if we get some kind of formation here, a consolidation that bounces off this area. Doesn't mean just wick once and bounce off. It can, but we'd rather see some kind of, bottom formation here, if at all possible. And that way we can take our new little trend line and actually kind of establish if we're forming some kind of channel idea, which we might be. It just hasn't really defined itself. All right, and so if this level does not hold, and then again we're looking for 786, 886 fib areas down here as a good little test over here. Let's take a look at our indices over here, and what makes me think that we're going to have a nice kind of interesting weekend for altcoins is this altcoin breakout we got on total 3. Broke out of the trend line. It made a higher high here. Barely, but it did. Currently, it looks like it retested the breakout area. It's a rule of thumb that we use in pattern trading or breakout trading. I don't hear it talked about very much. But when you draw your trend line, your diagonal trend line, and the actual point where it breaks out, that is one of the price levels that is known to come back and possibly bounce at. Just for your information, so you'll hear me say that, come and retest the breakout area. That's what that means. It can also not hold that breakout area and come all the way down. It can do lots of things over here that's not fun, but it's the same thing that we're looking at over there. We pull our fibs from this swing low to that swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. We see that we did have one little candle wick touch at that 382. That's a good sign. They could be bringing us back up to this little target area right here. And if not that one, we'll go ahead and put another one over there.
Conversations swing behind closed doors.
I'm nursing a warm beer and a legend. It don't add up.
About $954 billion could be coming. Could be where we're headed in this market, as we're making a nice little W pattern over here. We can just get it confirmed and continue up. I think we might be on to something. It looks like it wants to be on to a little something. It coming into a weekend, that gives me a little hope we got something going on over there. Meanwhile, taking a look at the SPX over here, Standard & Poor's, they're still bullish, man. They got a breakout going on. That's a little bearish formation we got there, but it could be just temporary. But basically, give them, I guess, going into maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow they can bump up above this little high here and work its way up. See what happens tomorrow. If it can keep pushing forward going into next week or whatever. But this is a good sign. If they feel healthy and feel more comfortable in the market with tech stocks, a little something that's a little bit more risk on, then chances are crypto's also going to feel that. Meanwhile, back here on our stablecoin dominance, let's see, we got a lower high in there and working our way back to this trend line idea here to see if we get some support and bounce, which is not great, or if we continue down, which would be what we need to see if we're going to see something good happen out of our altcoins. That leaves us lastly with Bitcoin dominance, which is also having some lower highs here. Seems like we're making some lower highs, and that's exactly what we need out of Bitcoin dominance. We need it to continue on down. And we need Bitcoin to stay stable or go up. That would be good for altcoins. And now Bitcoin may stay stable over the weekend, because that's usually what kind of happens until the end of the weekend, and then maybe we'll see it start making a move in one direction or the other, which typically gets faked out at some point during midweek. But if Bitcoin can go sideways and this can continue down over the weekend, that could give us the rise in altcoins right here, total 3 that we're hoping for this weekend. Altcoins, some of the altcoins are looking kind of frisky, and so we'll take a look at them. As far as altcoins go, this is the sector over here, 300 to the 400 market cap ranking. And the biggest winner seems to be Prime over here, which has went from like 87 cents up to $1.43. So yay! I got a bag of Prime that I've been holding for a while. So good to see it's licking its wounds and starting to make a little bit of comeback. Nowhere near the $12 that I would like to see it hit, but hey, man. So I'm going to take a look at that little guy. She seems to be one of the winners. Echelon Prime. And where? I haven't looked at this one in a while. I guess Coinbase wouldn't have the best. Bybit would probably be good. We'll go with the Bybit chart. Bybit. Buy my Bybit link. So here we are on the daily candles, and so it's had a pretty good week. This is fourth strong day here. It got down to 64. Oh my gosh, it got down to 54 cents there. So people probably didn't nail the bottom of it, or most people probably did not, or everybody would be happy. But you do officially have a breakout here on the daily, so they'll start getting a lot more eyes and attention now after that little feat. So we might start hearing a little bit more about Echelon Prime, as my goodness, it tries to find its way back from the depths of hell. Look at that. That's crazy talk. That is so crazy talk. I'll do a little backtracking here. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. And look where we came down to our magical 1.272 Fibonacci pivot area. The magical one right there. So that's looking beautiful for a possible bottom right there. So what is so special about this 1.272 fib? Well, I'm gonna get my maths messed up here. Do you see these numbers that are popping up on my screen as I do these calculations on the 618? That's where these things come from. That's what the things are on the fibs. They're the squares and the square roots of 618. That's where 786 comes from. That's where 382 just come from. That is also where our oh crap. Let's clear everything there. So 1.618, and you do the square root of it, is where you get your 1.272. It's the square root of your golden ratio. That's what these numbers are. These are our harmonic our levels there, based on our Fibonacci's. That's why we pick these, because they mathematically tie into the golden ratio of phi, 618. And so the 1.272 area, and also the negative 0.0272 area, very important areas for me and harmonic traders alike, signifying that this could be our very bottom right here. Now, if that be our bottom, we can pull our fibs in a new direction. Now, notice to get there, I pull from low to high. Tell me where I need to buy. I use fibs in two directions here, so that was for our retracement, swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Tell me where it's going to come down to. For this one, after we find out where it's going to come down to, we want to get a new opinion to swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And this is one of my funnest things. After you find a bottom, our 236. You always hear me talk about that red line, the 236. I'm going over fibs a little bit more. Because we got somebody that asked about them, right? So I'm talking a little bit more about the fib strategies, trying to put it in a nutshell. This stuff, we use the same thing all the time. It's the same thing that I'm doing all the time, and it's scalable. That's what's so beautiful about it. 236 Fibonacci area. Anything below this, from a swing high to swing low, this is our discount zone. This is our accumulation zone. This is where, if you got a position trading strategy, you want to start building your bags in this area. The cool thing about it is now we got several different highs here, right? That was our main high there. And so chances are we'll probably stay within this area for a little while, and then when we finally break out of this area, it's going to get fun. But the 236 is notorious for getting these excellent support resistance flips. One of the first ones you come into, one of the first important ones. Notice how this was resistance. Notice how it was support here. Notice how it was resistance here. 236 is excellent at nailing those little guys there. So I'm going to scale it down. I'm just going to bring this down to this high area over here. I actually might bring it down to this one right here, the most local high. And we can do it the same thing, right? That 236, that red line. I'm going to make me a big ass horizontal red line right there. And it's the same thing. Now I've got a few little key areas here, and the next one I want to look at is the 382. That's that green line. I'm going to color code it. Those are the ones I want to pay attention to right now, especially when we're getting a breakout and everything. So this is one of the ultimate accumulation zones right here for Prime, which was between, I guess you could say, the 54 cents and $1.51. Sweet ass places to build a bag. And it suggests that we got a target right here, just a short-term target to come up and retest. Also a support resistance flip area there. Well, a support area. I can't say it hasn't got resistance there yet. But coming in right in there about 214. And that's not bad. If we continue our breakout, doesn't mean we go straight up, zigzag, but work our way up there. 48% gains. But imagine we come back up to this main level over here. Now this is on the bigger picture, but we can make a pullback over there to where we were back in May. If altcoins start looking good, that's 200% gains right there. Looks like it's at a big harmonic itself there, but I just went from this one to that one, and we just did a big ass complete double bottom here basically. So Prime went all the way. I mean, this one's been up to $27 before. within the past year or so. Yeah. On severe discount here. Whether it gets back up there, I don't know, but it's actually it's got a good chance actually. There are some other good targets around $10 for it. Let's take a look at well, let me come back over. Make sure I didn't miss any of the fan funding. Lion on Kronos, please. Haven, give me a $5 super. Thank you, Haven. That didn't slip by me there. Where did it go? So we got super chat. Take a look at Lion on Kronos. Short time frames. I'm up to my eyeballs with leverage. Okay. So let's see if we can find Lion on Kronos. Gotta make sure I'm getting the right one, right? Well, might need some help finding this one. Are you Kronos? No, that's Arbitrum. That's not it. Let's see if we can go to Deck Screener. How's the stream doing? Is it blocky? I made some settings. No, we're still getting that dang bitrate error over there. Trying to tweak my stream here. Let's see what we can find over here. Lion on Kronos, right? Okay, so Lion, Loaded Lion. That was it. That was in Loaded Lions, looks like. Is it also on Solana? It looks like it's also on Solana. Alright, let's see what we got. Let me zoom out first. So, you said smaller time frames, but to be a little bit more accurate here, I'm going to zoom out. Beautiful. Okay. That wick's going to throw me off a little bit. Not bad. Okay. Beautiful. So I think you're getting in at a good price. According to the daily chart, you're at the perfect area, bottom area to be getting in. So if you're longing, that should go in your favor. That's coming down to the 4 hour. And you can argue a breakout, diagonal breakout, but it's got some curving, some rounded into it, so that's actually cool. Doesn't matter what time. Doesn't matter what time frames that we pull our fibs. The fibs don't change. And I'm going to go from this little high here. After we wicked down and made a little high in there, I'm going to go with that one down to our new bottom here. So was that 0.008 is the next fib level of interest right there. All right, so now we work our way down. Let's go to, now we can jump down to like the 15-minute or whatever, right? It's probably a little bit more appropriate for what you're working with there. I can't fit as much of a chart in here. Can I blow this up? I forgot how to do it, and I forgot how to get back. Full screen right here. Oh, cool! Got my tools over here. At one point, I don't think they had them. Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom up a little bit. I'm gonna go to the 1 hour just so I can get more candles in here and zoom in just a little bit better. And then we'll zoom into some of the smaller time frames. All right, so to me, it's pointing toward that first target, 0.008, and you're at 0.0075 right now. And see, that was just right at the, and it could be my error, but well, no, there's kind of resistance there. Support area, it's a little fuzzy. Resistance, nailed it right there. Where's my price labels? So to me, we got some confluence with the trend line here and the horizontal fib. And so that points at that area there. And that's about another 8% gain. And then depending on what it does, and it's hard to say if it's going to claim that area and get above it. But our next target up there is at 0.09, right? 0.009, I'm sorry, 2 zeros in there. You just had a breakout from here, and whether it continues up, it's already tested the breakout area right there. We talked about that earlier too. A lot of people don't ever mention that. And I was, you need every little thing that gives you every little cheat code that you can get over here, right? There's another great example. After we drew that trend line, so I tried to show you proof in the pudding. Right here is where we broke out, right? And it go right over just a horizontal line. That's where we bounced. Now, if you want to get your fibs out, you can probably say, well, that's also a 382. And you see how all these things overlap, right? You don't have to know them all, but you can. If you know one thing, it probably overlaps with something else that you may not know. If that makes any sense. All these different systems of trading or analysis, they all overlap. Now I'm looking at my trend line here, right? Because I'm a big trend line guy. And I see that angle that we got with these candle bodies. Do you guys see that? For some of you newer guys out here trading, you see the angle that just kind of naturally forms in there? Yeah, draw a trend line under that. Follow that little guy. And you also see it doing the same thing over here. That means we got a valid trend line now, baby. Well, technically it's only got 2 touch areas. So technically you need really 3. And that could be loosely defined. Usually some people will say candle touches. Well, if you go by that, then we fulfilled it. But if you go by touch point areas, then we could probably do it a few times. Now the rule of thumb is I look for 3 touches on this. It doesn't always happen perfectly that way, but I look for 3 pumps and then a dump. And that kind of sums up Elliott wave theory in a nutshell. Enough to get my eye on, right? But since we're coming down here, it's respecting angle, it looks like it's got a good chance to go up there. As a matter of fact, the pattern that I would explain to this, now the traditional people would probably say, that's a flag to the upside. And okay, it can be. It's bouncing off of a 382 is a great area for a flag. But I see it a little differently as an AB equals CD type of situation. Which can be a lot similar to your little flaggy flags. And it gets us more up to this area about 0.0082. Although that one didn't perfectly touch my fib, so kind of bending my rules a little bit. They put it to where it actually touched there and raised it up just a hair. Let's see what we get with that one. That's at 0.0082. So I think those are some good areas. That's about almost 10% gains right there. I think you said you got some leverage on it. So it's breaking out of a pattern, doing a little, I don't consider that a flag formation. But I mean, if you draw a trend, you can force one on there. Well, I got the flag to the upside, Helen. I think they could use, I think it's more channel right now, just not enough touches in there, but that's usually a good thing when you see that. It hasn't cleared this high here yet, so that's a interesting sign there. Well, is that making a cup and handle? I don't care. It makes it a breakout confirmation is what I know. That tells me more than any cup and handle kind of something on a smaller time frame. Oh, this is actually on the 1 hour. Let us come back to the 15-minute since you said smaller time frames. We can go to the 5-minute. Looking juicy on the smaller time frames over here. I don't have any moving averages to go by, but it's looking really nice. And you can make that trend line right there. So it's even still in a good range to do an entry, in my personal opinion, on the small 5-minute time frame. So that looks good. I know nothing about this coin or what it is. Didn't we look it up over here? Was it? No, it wasn't you. Loaded lines. What was to do with it? Oh my God. Maximum supply is what? Circulating supply is 30 billion? Oh my gosh. Market cap is $232 million. And it's got about 30% of its total supply out there. What does it do? Solana and Arbitrum? They're on Arbitrum True and Chronos. What is this? Haven messes around with a lot of Chronos stuff, and he knows a lot about the Chronos chains over there. Familiar with a lot of it. More so than I do. I like Chronos, but I haven't been. I was down that rabbit hole last cycle when it was kind of new. I think it was VBS or VSS decks and some other things that we got, but I haven't really dumped in there, deep dived in there. Fractured Fate. Is this a game? Looks like private sale, April 30th, 2025. A land sale. So metaverse kind of play or something. All right. Well, it looks like she's trying to do a little something right now. Let's take a look at CSCO for Jim. CSCO, and this is a stock. 26 people hang out. This Cisco Systems. I'm not familiar with trading them, am I? Okay, let me come back over here. Go back to our live chat there. And wish I could find the request there, but I can't find them. Too buried into the chat there. All right, let's go ahead and let's get it on Nasdaq. Oh, look at you, 77 on the day. This is the daily chart. Zoom out to the weekly. Wow. Okay. So from June 2024, it's taken that long to get up to here. And where was this? March of 2025, it dropped down $53. And it's taking it this long. It takes it a while, but you kind of wish you got in when it was. Oh my gosh, this is 2012. Is 20. That takes a while, doesn't it? So she has. Let's see what's going on here. You got the 886 back in 2002 right there. That's cool. And what did we mess around with here? And 786 was there. 886. All right, so the most notable place I see it going up to next stop that I'm looking for, other than, you know, it's seeing what it can do over here, is double top at $82, which I guess we should probably throw that in. In crypto, I usually kind of skip over that one, but I don't think I'd want to skip any area, target area over here on the stock. But coming back up to its previous high over there, about $82. Looks like what it's trying to do. It doesn't look like it wants to slow down. Let's see what else we got going on here locally. This is on the weekly, by the way. A nice little AB equals CD and then some. You would think it would have a little bit of a pullback going on right now, huh? Let's get some trend lines established here. So I'm going from the bigger time frames on this and do the same thing in crypto. Especially if we're trying to see what's going on here, right? And always looking, drawing our trend lines and seeing what's happened. You see, we had the breakout and then a retest of that area right here, and then we started a new trajectory, which makes a oh my goodness, identifies a channel that we're in, and we're at the top of it right now. We are at a resistance area right now. So we got AB equals CD and a channel resistance area. You would think it would be coming back down, right? It doesn't look like it's entire... Okay, here we go. So it's at resistance, and it's also got our indicators giving us a sell signal here, or a sell warning signal. VWAP on this particular indicator, whatever it's called, VWAP, is going into the negative here. So it looks like it's time for a little bit of a pullback here. But to me, it looks really strong. All this stuff is really strong. And we may be looking like, since we're just getting started, I would be entertaining the thought of a 3 drives pattern, where we do a series of A equals CDs. And the first area of pullback I want to see is about $73. That's to our 236 area. And how I interpret that is, if we catch something here, I don't treat it as an AB equals CD. I treat it as, well, we still got a higher high here, which may be this $82 retest. The little fibs there is giving us just a wee bit higher than 82. We'll put you on the board here. So we might see a situation like that, and then we have to look for a bigger pullback. So that's the first area that I would want to look at for it to come back to, if that's what we're going to do. That's also the 9 moving average there. And the second place I'd be looking at 69 at the bottom of this trend line right here too. But that's going into, on the weekly, that's going into like, ooh. So, okay, so that's what we got on the weekly. What you got on the daily? She still looks fairly strong right now. The cloud's starting to thicken up a little bit. It's got a nice trend line there. She's looking kind of sexy. It's reclaimed the 9 moving average on the daily. And I can't say anything. If you're above the 9 moving average, especially on the daily, I can't say anything bad about it. I mean, it's at resistance. We need to be careful about it. But here on the local one we got, we'll just go local. Now we're on the daily. Bounced off the 0.5 Fibonacci. And that brings me to this guy right here for an even shorter term target. And that's about 8. I keep getting about 81 to 82. It seems like that we're headed back up there. So it looks to me like on the bigger picture of things, we're trying to just come back up and retest the all-time high. It's also making now that we got our channel and we got this trend line, it's also making a rising wedge. And there's some curving going on here. This thing might be trying to get ready to go parabolic. That's what I'm kind of getting from what I'm seeing here. I mean, we can see areas that we'd like to see it come back and could come back to, but it doesn't look like it's really wanting to do it so much. But these do act a lot slower than what we're used to here in crypto, so I'm curious to see what happens here. It looks to me, Jim, like it's trying to head up to 82. Actually, an 81 target, 82 and 83, and then if we get lucky, maybe we're working our way up here to 91 to really take out that high, make her a higher high. So that's my take on it. It looks strong AF to me right now. It sure does. I can't say anything bad about it. Not until it breaks that 9 moving average here on the daily, and then we'll talk crap about it. Tell it how it sucks. But right now it looks like it's got a surprise, and it looks like it wants to push up. And you could take the measure move just from that right there. And I think that's what's getting us up. Oh my God, I'm giving you all kinds of targets. That one says 85. So retested those highs. Definitely looks like it's in line there. Let's take a look at Solana over here in crypto. I would say Binance is a good... Oh, snap. This is Solana on the daily. Looks like I've been over here on smaller time frames. Oh my gosh, way smaller. The day. I want to look at the daily. Let's get a different one. It's not all mucked up. Coinbase. All right, here on the daily with Solana, you got some good signs going on. You got the 9 moving average crossed over the 21. That's a crossover. We're still above the 9. Haven't lost it. Solana looking good here at 138. She's trying to do something, trying to get a W pattern here. This is the daily chart. Let's zoom out a little bit on this one. Looks like it bounced off one of our fib areas at 786 fib area. Let's clear this chart out so we can look at it a little bit anew. So the area that we were bounced from, remember, swing low, swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. 786 Fibonacci area right there. Which I believe is from this guy. Approach with a bullish pattern. I erased the wrong one. Oh gosh, I erased everything. What happened? All right, so here on the daily moving average wise, 800, 600, 360. They're still in good order. She's got some work to do, man. But 177, 178 is what the moving averages are also telling me here. Trend lines are telling us, hey baby, ooh, 1 touch, 2 touches there. What did you do over here? All right, let's go down to the 4 hour for Solana. We can go from the wick to the first candle body area and see we got some resistance up ahead there. Deviation from that right here, and that's our current valid trend line from these 3 touches there. Put this one on the back burner. That's future resistance areas right there. Pull our good old Fibonacci's out from swing low to swing high, and we'll do take our temperature of this market here. There's our first target area. Anywhere below 150 is a good place to be accumulating Solana. As long as this W is our bottom here. Trying to confirm a W pattern here. Measure move for just the W pattern by itself. Pretty impressive, I think. Doubling up right there is what we look for. Getting us just a little bit shy of this target over there. It's about 164. We paint our measure moves blue, but since we got our fibs pulled, you know, that's coming in right under this really cool support resistance flip. So I wouldn't doubt that we would go past that measure move and just take out our first fib target there. That's what the fibs are for, baby. And that's right around 172 there. So those are some great little target areas from 153, 160, what is that, 164 right in there. 164, 165. Measure moves. They're good ballpark places, but they're not always as accurate as your Fibonacci's, but they'll get you right in the general area there. If you take them correctly. I see some people do some wild things with some of these measure moves, and you got to watch that. Oh snap! What happened there? You ever see somebody take a measure move or on something or whatever, especially flags to the upside, and then they just move it to a book map target or something and say, I gotta get that angle. Crazy stuff that you see here on YouTube sometimes. But nice bottoming formation here on Salami. Let me come back over to the chart. How long have we been going for? An hour and 9 minutes. Angle to the dangle, says Dave P. You are correct, sir. Scar Jesco says Zcash coming down and waiting for the confirmation and then adding. Zcash threw a lot of people for a leap, I think. A lot of people were trying to short it down to zero. Or talking about it like it could be shorted down to zero, but in reality, I mean, we took a measure move, got down here. She bounced off the 618. Lost the main trend line there. Was that more the conservative one? Actually, this very last one right there. Put that at the that was the closest measure move, taking it right there, that last little move there. That kind of signifies to me like we got a A equals CD there. Let me see, we should have a nice little harmonic thing going on right here. 272 area, I'll take that. Let me play around here for just a moment to see if we can see anything that may be missing here. You're a little too high for that. That looks like a nice A B equals C Elliott wave thing, yeah. So it looks to me like we completed Elliott wave 5 wave, and now we get to start. So now this becomes the new one, and then we get to go for the big one. That would be awesome. Is that what's happening here for Zcash now? All right, so we'll play this one as also an A B equals CD, and we'll go with a few higher targets. It sounds crazy right now, right? These are, you're a moon boy. I'd never go calling for Solana to go to $1,000. Does that sound crazy for right now? In the bear market, does that sound crazy? It probably sounds a little crazy. But this idea is actually on the table right there, believe it or not. Depending on what happens here with what we do with the 618, now we can come a little bit more local, swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. Same thing you just seen me do it earlier, swing high to swing low. But I'm going to pay attention to this 236 area because it's telling us if this is our bottom, if we have finished our first Elliott wave. We didn't go over Elliott wave principle for the wave 3. Do you know what that's supposed to be? Sorry if I'm jumping around. This is a different way of using Fibonacci than what you normally see me do, but this one's going to tie into Elliott wave. I'm going to use the extensions over here. But I'm looking for the 3. Well, I'm looking for this one, the 1618, for a target. But if that big ass Elliott wave thing is playing out, just hear me out. If this is what we're doing from Solana when it was way down here at the bottoms, if this has completed our first Elliott wave structure, now this is now a 1-2. If there is going to be a 3, it could actually go to these targets here. I'm just saying, just putting it on the it sounds crazy, I know. 1470, we can look at 21, but most notably the wave 3 that it should get to should be at $28,000 if that big scenario macro scenario is going to play out. I'm just saying. However, there's other targets to look at short term, right? Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go, and we want to eyeball, of course, that 410 area right there. We actually dialed you in somewhere different, didn't we? Did I get a little sloppy or something? And most notably, I'm also looking for the possibility of a harmonic idea over here. And we came down to the 786 of this little guy here, so I think we got it. So what I just did here, pulling our fibs from right here and going with this target, that's the main target we want to kind of keep our eye on for 480, right at 482, 479, 480 for Solana. Once we can tackle this 401 area, and that sounds, Zcash. I'm sorry, I've been saying Solana. It's Zcash. My bad, Zcash. So in my personal opinion, I think Zcash is getting ready to go for another run, and first thing I'll be looking for would go back up to the the mid 400s here. It'd be cool if we start working back to 700 at some point, right? I'm not saying it's going to be a fun ride. I mean, it would be a fun ride, but a bumpy start, right, for Zcash. All right, so now let's take a look at our local trend line, and you see we got a breakout with a couple with confirmed 2 candles confirming a breakout above that trend line. And it's above the 9 moving average on the 4 hour. Zcash is looking sexy AF right now, so hopefully whoever's shorting it and stop shorting it, because it looks like 327 was the local bottom for this little guy. So Zcash looking kind of sexy, worth a more upside. And I would just go ahead. On this little local layer. Oh, you look sweet too. You look a little bit better actually. So 459 will be one. Let's also take this little local 618 into consideration here, about 558. All right, I'm going to share this one with the group. I think that's Zcash on the 4 hour. Trade setups. Zcash 4 hour. And just put match the swing targets right there. All right, let me come back to the chat here. I'm thinking and marked out 979 or 798 on Zcash. 798. Be oh, you're looking for well, actually, since we bounced off of this down here, I would look at your 1.272 right there for the local. Was it 884? I should have put that one on there too. I don't know. I'm not seeing exactly where that target's coming in at. Oh, wait a minute. Here was I'm trying to figure out how you got to that one. What method you might have used. If it was local there, maybe. But yeah, it's previous high there. I think we can do some stuff. See if we can. I'd love to see it get back up there. I'd love to see Zcash make another comeback. I think it can. It's got the tokenomics to do it. I don't think the rodeo's over for it just quite yet. Whoops, what we got here? Postmark says 10x on Zcash. Brick by Brick Song is my top played song for 2025 on YouTube Music. Hey, thank you, Ave. Brick by Brick. Dash is moving too. Yeah, I know Dash is one on my list. I've got a list of coins that I try to go over. I just start losing time and everything, right? But Dash is another one we've been following it. I'm looking for ones that want to make a play against Bitcoin. Dash has got something going on right here, doesn't it? Did we not fib you out? $786 nailed it. Swing low to swing high, 786 retracement. Beautiful. And I believe that was is it a bat pattern? What you can see here is no. Where did you retrace to? No, you're not. Where you come down to? Oh, you're 6. Okay. All right, so it looks like we got a completed harmonic, and so 786 retracement here. So the kind of rule of thumb we want to do with this. Again, we got our 236 fib area, which helps us identify some accumulation zones. But basically, that 382 is going to be a big factor. You notice when things are coming down, we're always looking for the 382 for it to bounce at, right? Well, also when things are going up, we're looking for that 382 to be one of our first rejection areas. As it can, if it's doing especially the harmonic thing, it can come up and we could be getting a type 2 retest. It could be coming up to 86 before we do that, right? Double bounce down here at these areas. So we could be playing with a range between, which is pretty good, where we at $50 right now. Oh man, what'd I do? There's something weird happening there. Let me see if I can erase them this way. So yeah, Dash is a good setup right now, in my personal opinion. And this is on the 4 hour. We can even take a local over here. Take this high over here down to the low. Same situation applies, man. Building a bag under $52 is the sweet thing to do. Next sell target would be about 56, but why sell there? That's going to be the next area that we contend with short term. Be targeting more of that 618 fib area right there. So Dash getting back to $62 would be a good place. So these are the local Dash targets I'd be looking for here, and we're on the 4 hour. Go from here, candle bodies to the next candle bodies. Very steep trend line here that we broke out of, retested the breakout area down here with this retest, 786 fibs. Lots of good things going on above Lucy. 62, a lot of things point to 62 and even 70 for Dash. So that was looking kind of sexy. I would definitely consider making it's also above the 9 moving average right now, the 4 hour. 9 cross the 21. That's what we want to see for a nice little turnaround with our moving average strategies. That looks good. Dash 4 hour swing targets. Oops, I came back to the wrong place. How long have we been going? An hour and 22? Alright, let me come back to the chat, and then we're going to move on to some gym picks here. Is Gator, is he still in the house? Gator, you still here? If Gator's still here, we'll go over his gym picks. Strigger says, number go up. Y'all hearing some of the older songs, aren't you? Postmartin says, they like to follow gold. Scar Desco says, I'm loading. Oh, am I getting... I tried a new setting tonight. Let me make sure that that's working out. I scaled my output ratio up, and then I'm using a... Can we try a variable? Change my bit rate around a minute, see if that helps. My video encoder is still doing the same damn thing though, aren't you? Oh no! Well, that didn't work. Okay, I think we're... That didn't work. Okay, I think we're back now. Note to self, don't do that again. It put me back on the old codec, though. Alright. Anyway, now's not the time to go through all that. Oh no, we're still doing it. Okay, we're back now. Sorry, still got some things to work out. 20 people still here. Thank you for being here. I think we're stable at the moment. Still trying to work out some of this streaming things over here. These sneaky guys need to load up on Zcash before they dump Bitcoin again. Postmartin Arnie says, I like Arrow. Oh snap, I lost the chat. Crypto Blessed made the cut. Yeah, I like that one too. Postmartin Arnie says, the stream looks good. Okay, well maybe it's got something going on in our favor and not being as blocky. I'm trying to get rid of all the blockiness. So I'm getting a super clean stream. Okay, so I guess what I did actually kind of helped a little bit. I just can't get this bit rate thing. Is that a message, Gator Squatch? Here comes Elvis. Oh, Elvis. LG Motorsports says everything's fine here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Even when I know Elvis is coming out, he still surprises me there. All right. So, can we go back up? So he puts the yeah, see now I can't he gives me the gym pick, all the information like really early, and then after the stream goes I can't go back up there and get it. I can't scale back up there to get it and pick it out. So all right, well, we'll take a look at a few other ones here. So one that I'm also in is DCR. I don't see how it's doing right now. It seems like it found some. You got down to $19. You little so-and-so you. I like this one, and I'm still hoping that we'll go up to $250 at some point during this bull market. It has not done it yet, but it did have a nice ride up to about 70. I'm looking for anywhere below $30 there to, well, I've already got my bag built, but not a bad place to actually, I'd knock you down here. And yeah, anywhere below $23 is a good place to build a bag of this one. But I'm mostly trying to play this one against Bitcoin. Let's see, get back up to $38 there. Let's take a look at Raydium, because I think this one might be an interesting play here. It's a DEX token and usually does pretty good. And it's pretty cheap right now. It seems like it's around $1 again, and we know this can get up to $7 or $8. Depending on where you think we're in a bear market or not. But I think we'll see some play out of 2026 here. It's at $1.16 now. Depending on how you want to look at it, whether you want to go with channel, well, I would recommend going with channel, or you go with this megaphone. 72% chance double. Oh, nice partial decline. Yeah, I think she's getting ready to try to work on something. Not a bad place to work on this. We got a lot of resistance up about 150, but getting above that might be a safer place to get in for some people. Clearing that area. Most of the resistance I see is going to be coming around $2, $2.30. But it looks like she's trying to get a little something going on right there, Raydium. And the 272's holding. I'm with it, baby. That's looks like a bottom to me. Bottom to me for Raydium. $140% gain, get back up to 260. So I'm liking Raydium. Looks like a bottom to me. Haven says Uni is used for finishing swaps on base. Physically, be careful on buying tons of arrow before base. The future reward share is figured out. No hate. Looking at Morpho too, says Postmodern Oddities. Pump my Raydium bags, Road Dawg. I think Raydium looks good. Scuba Bio says, we appreciate you, Road Dawg. Well, I appreciate you, Scuba Bio. Thank you for being here. Still got 20 people hanging out. Jenny's... she's blessed. Drink some good ass coffee there. MG Motorsports says, forget bitrate, mate. You need more Bitcoin. I agree. All right, guys. So we've looked at several coins tonight. Did we take a look at Ethereum? I think that's the one that I'm not. And you guys were saying it was pumping off tonight. Hopefully my Ethereum plays are going good. Where are you, Ethereum? How about Coinbase? So Ethereum, I have got it in this big ass harmonic pattern, and looks like let's go check our. We need to color code you a little different in there. There's some confluence going on. 35. I'm looking for 3,500. This is a bullish harmonic pattern, confirmed, and it could come up to 35. I mean, we could come all the way back down here. And matter of fact, if what happens in January, if things work out the way that I think, I would expect maybe January we would be back down here, with Bitcoin coming back down too. But that's just an idea we're watching right now. But 3,500 would be the next target on the list. We're at our little 236 area. Well, that's how important it is. So anywhere underneath this zone was the place to build a bag. And $3,500 is a good little take profit area. That's about another 10% gains right there. And then our next main one would be right up around 4,000, just a little bit above that. We got places in between. We're going to have a hiccup about 3,700, coming back and retesting that. But the fib levels, those are the plays that are worth, the pivot points that are worth waiting for. Fibonacci are pivot points where price usually has a strong reaction, and so they make excellent target areas and excellent places to strategize. And harmonic theory says, they bounce off the same. There's patterns to what happens on the fibs, right? It's a more advanced pattern system than your typical triangles and flags. It's all based on the M's and W's and whatnot. We got a nice little W hanging out right there. Why? Yeah, you technically got one of. You technically got this little guy going on in reverse. Do you see that? And do you see how its target is D target? The 886 on this one is actually the 382. See how this is so cool, because the fib stuff it's real. The fibs are real. All right, so that's another reason. So the 3,500 for this, I should leave you on there. Why does that my reverse button doesn't work anymore? That's a nice little confluence right there to our. So this is the new little W thing that I just drew there. That's actually a bearish pattern, so I would expect it to come up here and then we come down a little bit, right? So harmonically, she's playing out very good, Phoebe wise. We'll take a image of this little guy and post it over here. This is what Ethereum. Swing target. I like it. All right, 24 people hanging out with me, and we've been going about an hour and a half. It's about time to start closing shop. I hit the smell button. Scar Jessica says that was quick. Arrow, let's take a look at Arrow. What's Arrow doing? We'll take a look at that real quick. Well, it's been a minute since we looked at Arrow over here, especially since it lost that main trend line right there, which is still very much valid. That will be resistance whenever we get up to it, but right now we went straight up in a row. That would be like $1 or something, so not bad. That wick. It just really throws me off sometimes. You ignore it, and we bounced off of a 786, which is the perfect place for a local bottom, especially if we got, I don't see what I'm looking for there, but you had this main trend line right through there, and that's what we're finding some resistance on at the moment. This one's kind of tricky looking to me. Okay, we won't have to worry about any of that right now. All right, so 786 right there, and also it looks like we got, is it a 272 or a 414? 272 right here. All right, so another one right here. So I'm taking this for a local bottom, and just that fact alone, we can go from swing high right here to swing low to get our pivot targets there. And I think pivot targets are the best targets out there because they usually hit. And again, same little thing, 236 Fibonacci. This is the accumulation zone right here, 60 anywhere below 75 cents. And our first target area we're going to be looking for is 85 cents, and then we're going to look at $1.03. So my personal opinion, these are the places that are worth holding out for the juicy targets. 86, 103. Remember, this was a 272. That's why we're going with the 618, because they do what? They're related mathematically, square root, right? Also, the 382, also related mathematically on Fibonacci. That's why we pick these targets. So it's harmonic for the fibs. I'm just throwing that stuff out there in case it's never clicked with you before. There's math behind the fibs. There's a method to this madness, I'll tell you. A method to this madness. And it's a pretty cool little system. So 76 cents, and we're at 69 cents now. That will be the little confirmation breakout zone that we need. That's the area we need to get back above. Getting above it starts when we start getting juicy here on Aerodrome. Alright, so we'll take this 4-hour chart. 4 hours is a good time frame to go as we go into the weekend, and let's see if we can hit 76, and gosh darn it, I don't know when we could hit 86. There are ways to kind of project time with this, but several different little techniques, but can't say that they're the greatest, most accurate things to do around here, but holy crap. No, I don't believe you. I'm not buying that. Oh, look, by Monday, we could be all the way up to $1.12. That would be great. Be awesome. Could happen, but will it happen? I kind of doubt it. Let's take this guy, copy that image. We'll put this one over here into the trade setup area. All right, so era, 4 hour, swing at the targets. Does that sound loud, the music? I guess I'd tighten you up. Maybe it's around 75 cents technically. Technically it's 75 cents, but hey, what the penny amongst friends, right? Turkey ate my baby bottle. Anita, I heard this music in a TV short movie show. I hope not. Because this is all my original music. Maybe it sounded like something. In Hong Kong. Apparently they have this amazing AI agents, but they haven't released them to us yet. Withered beings of the galactic poncho wears Dirty Sanchez, and it's witches in the hour of fluorescent lilies. It's a real pattern, by the way. Dirty Sanchez. We haven't talked about the Dirty Sanchez for a while. Obviously says, ladies, Peppy, Pink, Mandy, Mandy Coin. How's Mandy doing? Luna, Ando. Maybe it sounds silly, similar, probably. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ETH is my biggest bag, says Postmodern Oddities. Let's take a look. Let's go over to the Road coin over here. Let me update this one. I don't have anything streaming over there right now because my computer locked up, but Road coin is hanging around. This is the market cap. We go with the price. It's got how many zeros in front of it? I think it's 5 zeros and then 63. But this is the token that gives you access over to our group, and I think my link should be in the description. Oh man, how do I get to my channel now? I got Joe's put up here. Oh, there I am. Road Dawg. Let's talk about crypto. All right, so for those of you that don't know, there are two channels over here. There is a Road Dawg Crypto, and then there's a music channel over here too called Topic, Road Dawg Crypto Topic. This has all the song releases that I've actually released on YouTube anyway. You can find them on Spotify and every place else, but we've got a lot of stuff across different genres. Some of the stuff that you guys have heard earlier have all been released over here. There's a ton of them. I've been very prolific putting out a lot of crypto niche music over here. That's available over here. We got 46 subscribers now. It's growing slowly but surely. But going back over to my Road Dawg Crypto channel here. Oh snap! This is us live. That's freaking me out. I'm not used to this. I hear myself there. In the description down here somewhere. Oh my gosh, we got to get used to. There we go. There's an invite link right here for the Telegram. Now the chat group is the one that's not gated. The one that says collab bot right here, it says Road Dawg Chart School. I guess I gotta go check and fix that. I got a typo there. That will take you over here to Telegram. And then you start this bot. And it will bring you over here and it'll verify your wallet. You connect your wallet, and if you got 10 million road coins, which is basically about $65 worth right now, you should be able to get into the group right there and into that section. Now the other section that is still open, like it did say, the lounge where all the cool kids hang out, there is a AI bot over here that does some cool stuff over here. I'll share information over here too. Hey, there's Floki sharing some charts over here. And so this is not going to be affected, but the chart room, we did finally put up a little thing there. We talked about that earlier on the show. Oh crap, I'm lost again. Coming on back. Take a look at Bitcoin here. What are you doing, Bitcoin? Smaller time frames. We've been going for an hour and 43 minutes. About time to wrap up. How are we looking, Bitcoin? What are we doing? You bounced off the 382. Did you go any lower? Did you hit a 0.5 or anything? You basically hit a 0.5. Okay. I'm eyeballing 92. I'm eyeballing here right now. Local for Bitcoin. And if it does that, then that would mean that we might actually get a breakout out of this guy. That's kind of cool. And that was the first target. There's actually another target we can be going with. I'm just going to use the cheat code way right here. 93.6. All right, so if we're lucky enough to hold this area, and we don't come down to 91 or the $91,000 area, which is on the table, we can try to draw our trend line here. And it's starting to deviate from it. That's looking kind of bullish to me. I don't see any confluence in here with this angle. Oh, here. We got some right there. Alright. But that's taken... Oh, that's going into Friday, about 4 p.m. time-wise. I mean, as a rough idea, right? If we keep following the same trajectory or whatever, we might be able to get here by 4 o'clock tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Probably would be somewhere around noon or sooner. Who knows? Okay, so there's a possibility we might be working on a breakout. 72% chance this pattern does break to the upside. I was looking for a partial decline. We may not get it. We might get a bounce off of this one. And then so for the 2 local target areas, I got 92.9, maybe even up to the measured move at 93.6 for this guy. That's kind of cool. Let's BCC looking like it might want to break out. If so, then here are some local targets, which is 92 and 93. Ladies and gentlemen, 28 people hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for being here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, we do have to do some ads to keep up with all the stuff that we got to do here.
Crypto cowboys, moon or alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dawg Crypto now. Like or bear eats ya. Better call Road Dawg. She gets house, I keep ape. Fair? No. $300 gas? Road Dawg. Low fees and high sleaze. Hit the like button. Objection. He didn't rug, he merely redecorated. Subscribe to Road Dawg Crypto or the SEC redecorates why.
All right, well, that was all of our ads all at once, wasn't it? 26 people hanging out. Bitcoin does look like it's trying to do a little something, and I'm cheering it on. It's got his work cut out, but that's a great little place. It bounced off of 0.5 actually. A nice little place where it could be bouncing off of. Let's see what it can do. It's definitely holding this 382 support there. I like it, what I'm seeing. Now we got a little, there's our little trend line angle. We still got you there. All right, guys, I'm going to go to the end screen, call it a night, but happy trading. Altcoins look like they could be getting a little frisky going into the weekend. I'm curious to see what they do tomorrow. It looks like if this holds true, they might be trying to pump us up a little bit tomorrow. I guess a little taken in by this little breakout. It already tried it here with a little trap. And because it did that, I was really paying more attention down here, but it does look like we got something, maybe. So let's watch and see if we can get above 92.3 or 92.4. If we can get above that and hold this breakout again, that would be good. Otherwise, I'd be looking for it to try to reject us with a lower high. But I think it's got a good chance from what I can see of trying to work it out tonight. I'm curious to see what China does tonight, and what also Great Britain does when they come in around 3 to 6 in the morning. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go out and try to make some of this money. We looked at some good coins tonight. We looked at Ethereum, Zcash, Decred, Dash. Did we look at virtuals? I don't think we looked at virtuals. Raydium, Solana. We looked at Cisco stock, and I guess the only thing that we haven't looked at, I guess, is see how the old trade's doing over here. And I've got a Bitcoin short going on, which I probably need to take care of that right now. I think since we're still barely in profit on it, I'm going to go ahead and close that little guy. I'm making 33 cents on that one. I don't want to, if we're bouncing off of here, I don't want to take a, actually, I should probably come over here. What is that? I don't have a good... Well, I don't see the great... I'm not just going to enter a trade willy-nilly here. But I closed the short. Although, should I have closed it? Oh well. We'll save it and trade for another day there, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. And have a good one.
Pumping coins, got the whole damn crowd. I was young, chased the buzz, thought I moved real quick. Bet my stack, no research, man, that move was sick. Leverage high, no stop loss. Watch my wallet bleed, held too long, market dip, left me in the weeds. Discourse cheer said, hold up tight, but I crashed so hard.
Take a look at ladies.
Smarts trading clean, no scars. If you wanna go and trade with me, stack them coins in the game with me.
Where do we usually look at this?
Hey, must be the crypto. If you wanna see the charts go green, dodge the crash, keep it clean with me. Hit the market, live the dream with me. Hey, must be the crypto.
Oh, this is the market cap.
Check the tag, read the white paper, know the market's clock. Discord's wild, but I don't chase the shillers, empty hype. Set my sales, keep it cool, watch my profits spike. Low leverage, I ain't tripping on no margin call. Learn my lesson now, I'm balling, standing 10 feet tall. Group things dead,
It's just still hanging in here. High or low for ladies. This is on the 4 hour.
Stack them coins in the game with me. Roll through dips, keep it fly with me. Hey, must be the crypto. If you wanna see the charts go green, dodge the crash, keep it clean with me.
Just still hanging in there. Hasn't got above our little zone yet. Past the little accumulation, but it has hit a nice little... So we're expecting the 886 area now, so that's a good sign right there. So we're keeping our eye on this area right over here, right at point. What is it? All the zeros. We're at how many zeros in 12? And looking around the 18 area there. I mean, bigger picture wise. Come back up and retest the bottom of this area over here. And that should be around the 0.5 crib, somewhere through there. Yeah, right. Oh, 618. My bad. So it's kind of what I'm keeping my eye on short term. And then bounce around a little bit after it hits there. We got news coming out. Job forecast, job opening.